Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Friday afternoon conversation with Phillip. My chair squeaks. I apologize for that. This is our seventh week of 2021. I have to stop and think about what year it is. So it's 2021. This is our seventh week. It's for February the 14th through the 20th. February the 14th through the 20th. And for those of you who celebrate Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. For those in the U.S. who celebrate President's Day, happy President's Day. And for those of you who celebrate Ash Wednesday, that begins Wednesday already, which leads up to Lent, I do believe. So here we are, moving quickly. You'd never know we're moving towards spring here where I live. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair, aren't I? Anyway, we are going to get our message from Phillip. Those of you who aren't familiar with this book, the Master's Book of Answers, it's an oracle book, and we just open to any page and we get our message for this week. But first, we've got two questions this week that we're going to answer for you. And both of those questions are actually, the first one is about demons and evil spirits. And I thought, I don't want to leave us with that thought in our minds. And we had time. So the second one is about angels and portals. Hello, good to see you, Wendy. Yes, you did make it right at the very beginning here. So again, we're going to talk about demons and evil spirits, and then we're going to switch to angels and portals. And I was surprised at the portals because I did not stop and think about human portals as well as the Earth's portals. So we'll get into that. I want to say that where I am, I don't think you can see out the window there. We've got maybe a foot of snow. I really should say a foot of ice with a couple of inches of snow on top of it. And hello, Carol. Good to see you. Delighted that we're able to see you live. Thank you. Carol is an old friend. We studied together with Jean Houston at separate times, but we both attended her mystery school. I was back in the 1990s and Carol was after me, but we know each other because of that. And Carol lives in upstate New York. And I would imagine your snow is a bit deeper even than what we have here in rural Ohio. And we've got quite a bit. But she has a beautiful farm up there in upstate. And she holds the energy up there. And I'm holding it here in Ohio, something I learned about when I lived in California. A gentleman, a teacher of sorts. I didn't realize at the time what a teacher he was, but he was definitely psychic, and we were good friends. And he said to me that Ohio, where I am in the Ohio areas, I'm like the north point of holding the energy for all that we're going through. And Carol's one of the people who's holding it up in the New York State area. So when I say we're holding the energy, we're holding that energy of love and light while other people are holding it in other places. And I didn't understand what he meant, but I actually do now because I live on a portal. And we'll look at that in a little bit. And there are a lot of us living on or near portals that we don't know about, that we didn't know about, because we know about the major ones. So a little bit about that in a moment. So let me go ahead and read. First of all, the question is, and thank you, by the way, for sending in your questions. I appreciate it. It actually helps me a lot because I know I'm giving you what you want, but it also is exciting to me because I don't always come up with questions like this. And then I get these questions and I think, oh, I can't wait to hear the answer. So thank you, because you provide the questions and you also allow me to then provide the answers. Excuse me, my hair is kind of flying in my face and making my face itch today. So anyway, forgive me. So here we go. The question is, are there demons or evil spirits that exist in some dimension? Are there demons or evil spirits that exist in some dimension? And here's what Philip has to say. There are evil thoughts and evil deeds. Humans themselves are not evil, but there are those who have forgotten their every deed and thought creates. As you think, so shall you create. As you think, so shall you create. Whether created on screen, the movies, the TV, on paper, in deed, or merely in the mind, the creation becomes real as energy is given to it. Yes, there are demons and evil spirits, but there's no need to look in other dimensions. They are right here in the thoughts of humans. Are they real? No, they are merely an illusion. Does not the monster not disappear? I have to work with a double negative there. Does not the monster not disappear when you comfort the frightened child? Does it not then follow the monsters will also disappear once the adult is comforted? The question then becomes, how do adults find the comfort to see the illusion for what it is? You begin by recognizing the truth of who you are. You are light. You are the soul who is having a human experience to understand the power of love, its lack on earth, and to dispel the illusions and add to the healing of all beings. They who create monsters will experience them. The movie about demons becomes real for the watcher. The reader about evil spirits comes in the dreams or hides behind the childish drapery. That which you feed yourself becomes real. Be aware of the mental food of which you partake. I want to stop here and add a little bit of information to this. There are those in this lifetime. In fact, one of my friends is a light source for good who fights these evil spirits and demons. And so when Philip says they're an illusion, yes, they are. However, the illusion has to be dealt with. And so they're very real in that sense. And so, yes, there are those light workers who need to fight these thoughts because, as Philip says, as we create them with our thoughts, with our emotions. And as we create these evil beings, they do become quite real and need to be dispelled by light and love. So remember, that which you feed yourself becomes real. Be aware of the mental food of which you partake, Make sure that you turn off the TV of all the gun shows. And I'm not saying don't be aware of what's going on in the news. We need to be, but we need to not fight it with anger. And we need to address it with love, with understanding, with compassion, and with putting our hand up and saying, stop. Love is not the absence of boundaries, just the opposite. Love is having strong boundaries. And as I remind you again, love is action verb, which means love says take action. Okay, here we go for the second question. In our talk on an earlier video, you spoke about portals guarded by angels. Speak more about portals. How, if at all, should they be used by humans? And here's what Philip has to say. When a human becomes with child, and this part really I had never thought of. When a human becomes with child, the angels begin to watch over those souls who may enter the mother's womb. We say souls because it is often a choice among souls who will enter. The chosen soul may enter any time from the moment of conception to after birth. You must keep in mind there is no time in our dimension as there is in yours. Why souls enter at different times is complicated, but to simplify it, it has to do with the first birthday. The second birthday is the one celebrated by you. I never thought of that. There's a first birthday, And I'm sure astrologers could explain that better than I, that when we, as a soul, when we choose to enter the body that is in the mother's womb, we're doing that as our first birthday. And so astrologically, that will be imprinted on our soul. Pretty cool. Then when we actually come into the human world through the birth canal, that's our second birthday, which is then celebrated and also important astrologically. So all of this is fascinating to me. So thank you for the questions. I really appreciate them. Let's go on. There are also portals in Earth's dimension in the planet's energy and physical plane. These portals are for spirit beings to enter Earth's physical atmosphere. These are beings that take on human identities, often to help the planet survive and help humans evolve. These portals are guarded by angels to assure their protection. Only that which is of love may enter. These earthly portals can be felt by humans who are sensitive. The portals must simply be respected. This is all that is required. If humans choose to offer rituals, rites, and celebrations of the portals, this is acceptable. Only a few of Earth's portals have been found, and they are the ancient ones. It is not needed for portals to be recognized for their work to be done. Those who approach a portal may feel an energy increase, a high-pitched humming, a slight quivering underfoot, or a breeze that seems to be coming from underfoot. Or they may not be aware of being near one of Earth's portals. Let us now look at both questions and put them together. The question might arise as to why we say demons and evil spirits are an illusion while angels are not. We remind you that to the human mind, both that which we call evil and that which we call good exist. All is quite real to the human consciousness. This is true only in the human's consciousness. We remind you that you are a spiritual being who is having a human experience. So that which may seem real to the human is known to be not real by your spirit. See through the eyes of the human, and the illusion is real. Feel through the heart of the spirit, and only love is real. Shall I repeat that last paragraph? See through the eyes of the human, and the illusion is real. Feel through the heart of the spirit, and only love is real. Phew! I always learn so much from Phillip, so thank you. If you have questions, just print them below, or you can send me an email, either one. I probably see the ones below a little bit easier, only because I get so many emails every day. Do keep the questions universal for the whole audience. If you have private questions, just give me a call and we'll set up a session for you. All right, let's get our message this week. And yes, this book is available on Amazon.com. Thank you for asking. All right, so we just can flip through or just do this and open to this page. I'm hearing right. If you heard right, we're in sync intuitively. If you heard left, this is a message you need to pay extra attention to because it's for you. Okay, here's our right answer. You recognize that which you are. You recognize that which you are. I love the way this always goes along with the message. And Carol says, such a powerful message from Phillip through you. Thank you both. You're most welcome, my sister. Thank you. So again, you recognize that which you are. And the truth is, we are all love. We are all spirit. We are all one. Okay, if you heard left, this is a message for you. Heavy weather helps hone a sailor's skill. Heavy weather helps hone a sailor's skill. That may mean you're going through a rough time. And, so many are going through grief and pain right now. A lot of humans are leaving the planet. A lot of animals are leaving the planet. I've been holding hearts, my own included, as animals leave, as people leave. And yesterday, someone in conversation reminded me of something I often say, and that is we just forgot to read the small print in our soul contract before we came in. So, those of you who are on Facebook with me might have been reading my deeper gratitude, where I start out with today I'm grateful for, and then take it to a deeper level and write a little vignette about why I'm grateful for that particular thing. Well, today, and I'll publish it on Facebook coming up one of these days, it is a book I'm working on. And I simply wrote, I am grateful that I did not read the small print. Life can be very hard for us, but aren't we grateful we're here in the end? I am, because I can see a sunrise. I can have friends like this. I can have my heart so deeply touched by each of you. I thank you for the love that you give to me. And I thank you for accepting the love we send to you. Until next week, my friends, I love you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next week. We're going to have to make March, the predictions for March. And all I want to say about that, because I haven't done them yet with Phillip, but March is going to be not the easiest month we've had to get through, but we will get through it. Love you all.